Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. We are out in Berlin at the York Pond Trailhead. So we're going to go out and do an out and back to Cabot, but we're going to, let me see if I can get this without a glare. We are going to come out and visit this scree field behind the cabin. You can walk right out. So we'll see how that goes and how much snow there is up there and whether we want to bushwhack over or down or go back up. I'm not sure. But that's our plan today, is just to go out to Cabot, do an out and back, not do the loop. There's one car here and one car at the other trailhead. And it's 30 degrees. There's a little bit of snow down low, but should be a clear day today. A little overcast. All right, we're off. We are up on Bunnell Rock now, and out here is Mariah. And then I think that this is a terrace in front of us. There's the terraces and the weeks between us and Wambeck and Starking. And Wambeck and Starking are this ridge over here. Wambeck is in and out of the clouds. And then I don't know if you can see a ski area kind of in the distance. That is the side of Cannon. So the Kinsmans would be right there. And then to the left of that in a cloud is Franconia Ridge. And if it were clear, you'd be able to see Killington in Vermont. But the best view is of Mariah and Middle Mariah and Shelburne Mariah. All right, we're gonna keep going. Took us a little less than 2 hours to get here. We're moving right along. This is the Cabot cabin. It doesn't really have a view, although it has a nice porch on it. And there are lots and lots of snowshoe hairprints up in this area. There really weren't very many until we got close to the cabin. I'd say there's maybe 4 inches of light fluffy snow up here. The cabin is served by a privy that's back as you come up from Bunnell Rock. You get to a sign, and the privy is off in the back that way. And it is first come, first served, no fees. I believe there's a fire pit right down there, but I think they want no fires. I can't remember. Okay. Got a couple bunks. There's stuff in the attic, I guess. There's a lock up there. A table. Little broom. More brooms. I know they were doing work on this earlier. Not sure what they did. Fire escape is the window. Okay. It's a good place to get out of the wind. Usually there's a log book. I don't see one though. Okay. Cabot cabin. So there's a water source heading towards the summit area. It's kind of a ways to go too, to get down to it, and also just to get out there. I think it's a few tenths. It's like halfway to the summit. And what else? Yeah, we're gonna do an out and back today, so we'll be back past here. And then we're gonna head out behind the privy that way, try to hit that Talus field that's out there. Yeah, kind of a quiet, overcast, not very exciting day on Cabot. We saw one person who was doing an out and back, and I think there's one person ahead of us doing the loop with 2 small dogs, I believe. And that's it. Quiet, quiet day. We went up to the summit, which was, as usual, very nondescript. Treed in. Ran into 4 other hikers there. I did not shoot a video. And now we went back to the cabin and I don't know, I think that way maybe? We are behind the privy, just bushwhacking out to the scree field, taking the path of least resistance. Yeah? That way? Okay. So it's quite open. The footing is good. This is what it looks like so far. There we go. We made it out onto the scree field. Believe it or not, there's a giant cairn right there. And there's a windbreak, kind of where John is sitting here. So we're gonna sit and have our lunch there. It would have great views if it weren't totally cloudy in the distance. And I think we're gonna try to bushwhack our way down to the trail and meet up with it someplace down there. That's our plan.
So we're making our way through here, through this little bushwhack. Attempt to get some video while I'm going down the steep stuff here. We've come through the scree field, which is no joke because the rocks were all loose. And so even large rocks threaten to roll on you. And then we had to punch through the coniferous pines there at the top. That was tight, but now we're getting down into, looks like hardwoods, so that's good. And Laura's made some good progress ahead of me here, so I'm just following where she's gone. Even in this area, there's still plenty of rocks. And with the snow, and they're slippery, it's a little tricky. You might be able to see her up ahead now. That was a hole. A wake-up call is what I call that. You're not paying attention where you're stepping. Fall in a hole and don't injure yourself. It's just sort of heads up, say, better start being more careful. Okay. This is good, nice and open here. Looks like we're gonna hit another spot though up ahead. So enjoy it while we can.
We just finished our bushwhack. We came down through here. It was not bad for bushwhacking. It had, I think the scree field, actually we hit the scree field in 2 different places. So, oh, you don't have it.
What, how do you want to see it?
No, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not zoomed in like, all right. No.
This will be better.
Okay. So, this area is the top of the scree, like the scree field. Then we hit another one, which is on, like in this area.
I think it's this right here.
I can't.
That
I need
stuff
you
there.
to point because I'm looking at my screen. Okay. So the main scree field it was like our talus field was like a normal talus field, I would say. It was, some rocks were moving. A lot of rocks were moving. A lot of them were stable too. It wasn't bad. And the size, it's kind of like the Vos Spur talus field. And then that second one was much larger rocks. It was more stable, I would say, but it had huge holes. If you were to step through, you could seriously get hurt on that. And there's snow up there, so it's hard to tell. So I would say the trickiest part of the whole thing were the two talus fields, the main one. But it wasn't crazy, I didn't think. And it looks quite intimidating. Like we actually went straight off of it from where that cairn was, and it looks like it's going to be super steep. And I guess it was, but
It was steep.
it was totally doable. You weren't gonna have a fall to your death kind of thing, but you could end up bruised. You know, you could slip and have to sit down or have a rock fall. But if you're with multiple people, spread out so nobody gets hit by falling rock or anything. But yeah, it was fun. Not bad. And then when you're in the woods again, it wasn't super thick anywhere, but you did have a lot of holes throughout because it's at the bottom of a talus field, and that talus field continues on into the woods for quite a ways. But in any case, that was loads of fun. Yeah. The thickest part was definitely pushing through at the top, and it's such a big wide field. We kind of hit the side of it. Maybe if we had come in closer to the center, it wouldn't have even been like that. I don't know. I mean, it was obvious that people have been out there because there's that huge cairn and the windbreak. So there presumably is a way to get on there that is not as, I don't know, not as thick. But now we're just going to take this back. That was so much fun. Yay. Cabot's kind of a, I don't want to say boring, but, you know, if you do it enough times, it's not tons of excitement, but that was a neat thing to do. So I'll shoot one more video at the end just to let you know how it went and what our mileage ended up being. Should be, I believe it should be less than 9 miles. Which is about what it would be if we had just done an out and back. So anyway, that was fun. Okay, so we're back at the car. It's about 8.25 miles. And I don't know why there are 3 cars here now. I guess we missed some people when we were doing our bushwhack. Must be. All right. That was a great day in the woods. Shaved a little bit of distance off doing the bushwhack. And yeah, I would go back there again in nicer conditions, nicer weather. All right. Done.